Oh wow, amazing.
That looks great, doesn't it?
That looks amazing. Yeah. It feels different to this one.
Yeah.
Like just ergonomically already.
Ed's been playing on one of the first ones now for how many years? 3 years, is it?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, coming up for 2
He's
years.
been playing now. So it'd be interesting. So he'll know exactly how different the gold is compared to his old horn.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a raw brass horn.
Yeah.
Because of the quality brass that we actually use on the saxophone, we can actually it ages on its own. So this is raw red brass horn with a nickel crook, and this just suits your style of playing.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
He used to play on a Selma Super BA.
Yeah.
Same with the other endorsers that we have, and none of them have gone back to them. People prefer these. I always thought, why can't we make better quality horns than we used to do? And Selma have never managed to do it. Yanagawa, Keilworth, and nobody's managed to do it. And this is why it's taken me so long to develop the sound that we've got now.
Is it very heavy, Ed?
This compared to that one there, this is a little bit lighter, in fact, which is kind of it's good. Also ergonomically, this feels much more like a Mark 6 than an SPA.
Okay.
To me, but that that feels closer to my old one. But I love Mark 6s as well, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, this alone is quite something else.
So the development of the neck I've been working on here is there's nothing touches the neck, so it's really free blowing.
Okay.
It's a little bit delicate in its early stages of development, but the result of the sound is just superb.
So gold compared to brass, I mean, it's a soft metal. It's heavier. It's denser. What in layman's terms, how does that affect the sound?
We're about to find out.
So
This is the first time it's been played by a pro player.
Oh my God, no
Oh,
pressure,
man.
no pressure then,
No
no
pressure
pressure.
there, so-
Okay, can I just do my warm-up exercise then? So. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting used to it. Okay, so. Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, normally I'd have to warm up to do that.
Okay.
It's just catching at the bottom, but I'm sure
Does
that
it
that's.
catch on your finger here?
Yeah, probably.
On the
Ah,
touch,
that's
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
That's why, because I'm not used to that. Okay. You have to shift them right over this side. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's me. That's not the horn. Yeah, I mean, I know that I'm going to have to adjust, but immediately what I feel is the power, the volume is probably double that what it is in my horn.
No.
So, in fact, I'm going to have to put less air through it to get the same result.
Yeah.
See that? That feels like it's very resonant and present without me having actually to really work that much to kind of produce that. Wow.
So the whole body underneath is yellow brass, should give you a bit more attack.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a little bit brighter,
Yeah.
and it's got a little bit more kick on the front of the note.
Yeah.
Nice, really nice. It's a very, very different sound to that because
Yeah.
of it's got that edge to it.
Yeah.
But in terms of this, it's again, as I said, it's like twice the volume.
Yeah.
So it would be definitely a period of adjustment for me. But I love I love the fact that you don't actually have to. You have to put in a way put less air through it and control the air more.
Okay.
See that? And also the other test that I would do on it is this. See, that's the no breath exercise, which is basically when you can hear the clarity of the tone. That's my new triple P or quadruple P, because that's, you know, that very quiet sound still projects. That's completely resonant all the way through. And for me, when I test any horn, that's the exercise that one of the exercises I'm gonna do is like, how long can you sustain that at low volume, and how much does that project? So that's really pretty wow. That's, you know, that's not, that one is not easy to do, but secondly, it's not easy to kind of get that resonance out of the sustained sound. So, as you know.
So the whole development from start to finish, basically, I've not copied any other saxophone that's ever been made before, and a lot of guys have problems with it, with the hands, because the positions of the hands and the way they're having to work as they're playing the horn. What we've developed with this keywork is I've made all the keywork more ergonomically, so it's actually in line, straightens your hand out, you don't get problems later on. As you're playing it, you're playing more up and down, and you just like this with it. When you go back to your old BA, you tend to have to
You
play
adjust.
them like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So they just take a little bit of getting used to it. I'd describe it as your car seat in your car when your wife's moved it and you think, oh, this is really awkward, but then you get used to it. And then when you go back to your Selma BA, that feels awkward. So
Yeah.
it just takes a little bit of getting into it, but once you get in there, this is the way forward.
So is that like, remember the old days with typewriters? Typewriters, you know, the keyboard had
Yes.
to be a real old QWERTY mix-up just because of the mechanics of making
Yeah.
the keys with. So it's like with the early days with the saxophone, was that a similar thing? The keys were to enable you to cover the holes and less.
It's
the
exactly that, actually,
fingering.
yeah. And what I find is that people nowadays, every other manufacturer, are copying Mark 6s, so they're still copying the fault in the actual keywork design. So what we're trying to do with this, or what we've actually achieved with this, is a completely new setup of keywork.
So as a gold saxophone, I mean, are you going to be selling this publicly, or just
Yeah,
like a
this
one-off?
this will be this one I've actually made for Jerry Bergonzi. He likes gold-plated horns. It's something that I've always wanted to do, just to show that the brand, the highest level that we can achieve. So we do different finishes. We do raw brass, we do lacquer, we do yellow back, red back, and we do this gold finish, which is a complete yellow brass finish. So we're not planning on selling a lot of them. You know, they're going to be around about £24,000. So we know there's not going to be a huge market, but it shows you what we can achieve on the actual level we're doing. Whereas the other ones, as you can see, in the raw brass finish, these work out around about 7,000 for that type of finish. But I'm developing the keywork all the time as I'm working, as I'm talking to the musicians who have got them. I've handmade 7 horns now, and they're all being played to the highest level by the best musicians in the world.
I would just like to say that when Dave talks about comparing it to the SBA, I actually haven't, for the last 2 years, my old SBA, which I swore I would never ever change because I just loved that horn. The minute I started to play this, that SBA stayed in its case for 2 years, which is I kind of
You can't
never.
believe, can you?
I kind of still
that.
think about it, and I'm going. There's no for me. There's no need to take it out of the case because I know what that horn can do that the SBA can't do, and that's the top of the range that was ever made by Selmer. To put that into a context.